Leaders from the African American community working to show that the vaccine is safe. This comes one day after Texas reported a daily record of nearly 27,000 new cases. That is roughly a third more than the previous high from just a week ago today. Black elected officials say that they are rolling up their sleeves to lead by example. Several state representatives getting their vaccines at UT Health as we speak. Mayor Sylvester Turner saying he is scheduled to get his shot on Monday.
But the reluctance is very, very real. I know almost every single day when I'm giving out the numbers of the people who are impacted by this virus, those who are contracting it, those who are dying from it, in almost all of those reports, they are people of color.
In Houston, the hospitalization rate has been at 15% for 3 days straight. If we reach it for 7 days straight, we could have to roll back reopenings.